All right. So, Cody is not going to be able to make it. Jake said that he's not going to be able to make it. So, Niran and Fizbang ain't going to make it. So, what we have is what happened last session, which was literally like 10 rounds of combat and a little bit of exposition. 1 minute in the Burgomaster's house. The only people that made it out were Missure Spifi and Dan Jackiels, who were at the Wizards of Wine winery. Everybody else was knocked unconscious and taken to the stocks, affixed with little donkey heads on there, and there they wait. At the Wizards of Wine winery, Dan Jackiels and Missure Spifi get the offer of a lifetime. The Keepers of the Feather are willing to help break your friends out, but what they're going to need is they're going to need the party to help them get a couple of gems back. They at least need one. There's 3 gems that went missing. One went missing 10 years ago. Nobody knows where it's at. So good luck with that. The other one was stolen a little bit ago by Baba Lasaga. Down by the ruins of Berez is where a couple of people in her order, or a couple of people in the Order of Feathers, know where she's at. So the ruins of Berez are right down there in this area. So there's a giant hut where has a witch who is known to have one of the gems that they use to keep this winery operating. The other one was stolen and is controlled by the druids just down the road. The druids have it there. They're trying to use it in some dark ritual. They went there, tried to stop them. Unfortunately, they were not able to get back their stuff because they had magic, so they were hurt by it. If you agree to get back either one of those, they will help you. They got kind of a plan. They're going to be delivering wine anyways, the last couple of reserve barrels, to the Blue Water Inn in Vallaki. They can smuggle you in and smuggle you into the Blue Water Inn. They can at least get you that close, which you know is probably going to be about 500 feet to the festival. They're rumored to start the Festival of the Burning Sun in 24 hours. So basically daybreak tomorrow morning is when the party's going to be loaded into a giant wicker sun and set on fire for their crimes against the city of Vallaki. So you got 1 day to make this happen. What's everybody thinking?
Who's everyone? Me and Spiffy?
Yeah.
The way that I look at it is anybody else who wants to add to this, it's like stuff in the background, right? Random thoughts that roll through your brain.
We can't just let them go down like this.
But
I feel like it's the best bet.
my question for you, Mr. Spiffy, are your friends worth saving? Because they started some massive shit over there.
All right, let me just throw this down. I believe in a lot of people, but some of the things I did see, I don't know if I can trust every one of them. Like killing the civilians, that was uncalled for.
It's a sad story to get into, but my family was butchered, and one thing I vowed to do was never take an innocent life. So I really had a hard time with that. But if you're telling me that we can pull this off and it's worth doing, then I'm doing it.
I believe all of them should be free except the one.
Well, if that's the case, I'll do it under one condition, that you tell your friends no more killing.
They're not just my friends. Are they not your friends as well?
I don't know them that well. I'm kind of
We
alone.
all pretty much know each other about the same then.
All right.
Dan,
Well,
you've got my back no matter what, though.
all right. I think we should take the deal.
Let's do this. We accept your terms and conditions as stated.
Good. And they spend the morning time frame getting you outfitted in false barrels for the shipment to the stuff. The people in the stocks. Victor Vallakovich comes walking up, and you kind of hear his timid footfalls at first as he's coming up, and then you hear larger, more menacing, meaty footfalls, whom you guess is Izek Strazni. Who sent you to murder my father? He's asking the people in the stocks.
Nobody sent me. I did not agree to the deal.
Then why? Why was he killed?
What, do you have the memory of a fucking goldfish? I gave you the evidence. You took it. You went to go bury it with your friend and threatened me with a fight.
Where are your other friends right now? We have guards combing through the city, checking every single residence until they are found. Save us some time, and we can burn you all at the same time.
I don't know. You're corrupt. You'll burn whoever you want.
Well,
I gave you the evidence of the crime. What are you doing with it? Burn me, but burn that criminal too.
It comes up to you, Jabber. Why? Why'd the Burgomaster have to die?
Hey man, look. He attacked us first. I was just defending myself.
You feel a very meaty fist hit that papier-mâché donkey that's covering your head, the papier-mâché donkey mask, and basically like puts a nice little crack into it. It softens the majority of the blow. You don't take any damage, but now you're able to see. Izek standing right in front of you, a little bit battered and bruised, bandages across where he's been slashed with whips and swords. And behind him is Victor, clutching that spell book. He looks over Izek's shoulder, taking this all in. Not necessarily wanting to get his own hands dirty, but still feels like he needs to be there, is the vibe that he's giving off. And he speaks up. Why did you kill my dad? If this was about my book, then why did he die? Why did you kill him? Why did you kill an unarmed man who was running away?
I killed nobody.
There's witnesses. They saw your crossbow bolt strike him. My own mother is stricken with grief. She sits in her room, lamenting his death.
You want to charge me with something? How about yourself? Look at you. You're doing evil. You're doing corrupt things. You're harming people. You're bringing vampires into a town where there doesn't need to be. I'm the criminal because I was defending myself. We're criminals because we defended ourselves. No, sir. No, sir. You're the criminal because you are hurting people. We were defending ourselves.
No, he is a criminal too. He hurt.
I hurt nobody.
Weren't you the one that shot the Burgomaster and killed him with a crossbow bolt?
I don't know nothing. I drink the fifth. I don't plead it. I drink it.
You may burn me if you want. I probably deserve it for crimes you couldn't fucking imagine. But not these.
My mother's been inconsolable this whole time, looking at her wedding dress, thinking about all the happy memories that she had with my father. It wasn't a perfect life, but you took that away from her. She was one of the only comforts I had in this world. Now she's just not the same.
That and making people disappear.
I'd do just about anything to escape this land. And I'm thinking that you would do anything to escape your situation right now.
Not anything.
Well, you did enough to try to set my home on fire, kill my family. You murdered 5 of the noble houses, another guard, before you were finally brought down and brought to justice.
I only fought with Izek. The man is evil.
You hear
I
him.
answer to a higher law.
You hear him huff. He's like, you didn't disappoint.
He knows I can't be guilty of killing the
Unfortunately, when I handed you the
inside.
book, you did.
The man that you killed, this is Izek speaking, the man that you killed raised me like his own son when everybody else laughed at me and mocked me. He's the reason why I'm still alive and has survived to this day.
He turned you into a tool that he could use.
Aren't you all tools as well? Somebody's pulling the strings. Who sent you? Was it the Order? Was it the Cult? Was it that Abbey in Kresik? Was it Esmeralda? Who? Were you sent by the Lord Strahd himself? And as he says that, everybody just kind of like, oh. He's like, no. I'm tired of living in fear. My father was weak. He tried to ignore all this stuff. It's time to take a different stand on these affairs. Tomorrow morning, his last festival will be our first, and ushering in a new era of punishment to the people that would try to do harm to this land. Stood by the wayside far too long. It's like, watch these people. We've got preparations to make. And he leaves. There's about, Jabber, you see there's about 4 guards that have stayed. Probably about 1 by each of you. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do like the afternoon time frame. Yeah, the afternoon time frame when everybody gets into Vallaki, on how from the Blue Water Inn, the Blue Water Inn is right there, and then the town square where everybody's at is where the party symbol's at. The village of Vallaki is primarily like single-story houses, sparse streets, enough to move in between. Once you've made it to the Blue Water Inn, what's the plan from there?
Do you have any type of disguise? Because you're looking kind of birdy, if you know what I mean. No offense.
Actually, I'd be in one of the barrels, wouldn't I?
Well, we're out of the barrels now, right? We're at the end.
Right now, you guys are trying to figure out what type of stuff you need.
Oh, well, I guess I do need, like, at least a cloak or something to cover myself up with.
They can probably get you a cloak from the Blue Water Inn. Because you'll have, like, the whole afternoon time frame to plan, which is up until, like, 5 p.m.
All right.
So from, like, noon to 5, we're covering that block of time.
And there's probably plenty of guards outside guarding that area, I'm assuming, right?
They do say that they have increased the number of guards that are in the town square next to the people that are imprisoned, the rest of your party.
Okay.
But as for, like, normal guards, there's still, like, the 2 per gate plus the 2 that rove. There used to be, like, 24 guards here. Now there's, like, 23. But also, if they start calling for a mob, citizens will respond with pitchforks, torches, all that other stuff.
I'm thinking that I'm probably going to pick some random guard if I can get a visual of him that I know where he's not. If I'm not going to interact with him, you know, like some random guard that's guarding a gate outside of where we need to go.
Like the guard that we see, like, over here. Well, we're over here.
I've seen plenty of guards in my last encounter, so I could, assuming that they're wearing the same uniforms and everything, I'm assuming.
That's a good thing to look at. How much does disguise self actually change?
Including clothing, armor, weapons, belongings, as long as it's a 1 foot shorter, 1 foot or taller. You can't change your body type though. So I can't become a cat or a dog or whatever. So a humanoid.
Well, the majority of the people in this area are, in fact, humanoid creatures. Primarily amongst the human race. You haven't seen a dwarf here. A couple of the vampire spawn that you fought were like gnomes and like elves and like even a dragonborn. They looked like former adventurers. Is anybody in the stocks going to try anything at this time? Between the hours of noon to 5 o'clock?
Actually, now that you mention it, Jabber is going to attempt something. Manifest Echo. He cracked my mask, that papier-mâché mask that they put over my head. So, a Manifest Echo.
Alright, so as a bonus action, you are going to manifest your Echo.
Mm-hmm.
This will, in effect, give you a surprise round, but it will also initiate combat for you.
Mm-hmm. I kind of figured it would.
Alright.
So, I get a bonus, can I use a second bonus action on this one?
You only get 1 bonus action a turn.
That's fine. I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm just gonna manifest it. Let this play out.
Alright, so you manifest the Echo. Everybody else is surprised. It's back up to you.
Now, I'm going to use a bonus action to transfer myself and the Echo. Switch places. And I'm going to run 30 feet. I'm going to use my entire walking distance as fast as I can. As soon as they see me, I put my thumbs up to my head, up to my temples, wave my fingers, and my little ass is gone.
Well, you're 30 feet.
Well, 30 feet away.
Got you. Now, It's all of their turns.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to attack you.
Was I within 5 feet of any of them? Because I can't see that. I know I was 15 feet from my body when I manifest the Echo, but I didn't know where they were in conjunction to my Echo. Forgot to ask that. How far were they from me?
I imagine that you manifested your Echo 15 feet away from you, and then you were able to blip to it, and then you moved the 15 feet or the 30 feet with your walk action. So you're about 45 feet away.
Okay. All right. I was just trying to see what the distance I had on them.
Yeah, you're about 45 feet.
Okay.
Alright, so as soon as this loads, 4 of them, actually 3 of them, run up, and then they throw spears at you.
What's their range on the spears?
Their range is 20 feet. So they moved their 30 and then hucked them. Oh, that's great. That actually did that whisper GMO bullshit. Okay. What is your armor class?
That is a 12.
Okay, so 2 of them hit you, even at disadvantage. 2 of them slide by you. You get 3 points of piercing damage as 1 spear slashes across your shoulder, and another 3 points of damage as your spear slashes across your calf. That's a total of 6 slashing. They start to yell out and call out. It's your turn.
The I want to find where the nearest, like, smallest alleyway is near me.
So they're all around you. You can easily... Which way would you like to go? North, west, east, or south?
Where are my compatriots?
You don't know. But you do know that the quickest way out of here is south. That's probably about 1,000 feet to the wall. And if you haul ass, you could be there full movement in about 3 turns.
What about the inn? Because I know that's the main meetings.
If they were back at the inn, it would be north, right?
That would
there.
be about, yeah, that's where I was thinking. I'm not bouncing on my compatriots, that's fact. And I'm pretty sure this little Mr. Jabber can hide pretty easily.
What makes you say that?
Small little guy.
Is there a feature or a trait that makes it to where you could hide easily?
I was considering my small size.
See, that's factored in with stuff like the Elf's Mask of the Wild, or like the Lightfoot halflings being able to utilize another creature as like cover and stuff like that.
Okay. My apologies.
No, it's alright. You're thinking and you're like, man, I'm a small size. It should be easier for me.
But I do have a feature that is actually very beneficial to me, because I'm an urchin. So
Okay.
I know the secret patterns and the flow to cities, and can find passages through the urban sprawl that others would miss. When you're not in combat, you and companions can travel between any 2 locations in the city twice as fast as your speed would normally allow.
So right now you got them calling for the guards, and the 3 of them are running back or running up towards you to go grab their spears again. What are you doing?
Another 30-foot run.
Alright, so you run another 30 feet.
I was wanting to do the dash motion. Dash as well.
Alright. So you said that you're running up to the Blue Water Inn?
Yes.
Alright. So I could put you in that grove right there. Do you see where you're currently at?
Yes, I do.
Alright. The only reason I'm saying that is because down on the bottom is like an actual measuring. I'd say about 150 to 200 feet away from your compatriots from the last 2 turns. Is there anything else that you're going to be doing on your turn? Well, while Jabber's trying to figure it out, anybody else in the stocks doing anything? Fizzbang and Niran are still kind of unconscious. Is Adrian doing anything, or Kojin?
Alright. Listen very closely. I remain in the stocks.
Gotcha.
Same here.
You can
Like,
almost hear
what's
the
going
guy like sigh in relief that you guys aren't starting shit.
Oh, wait.
He is like,
I do want to do something awesome, so I climb a little bit on my stock with my feet, but then I just let him back down.
all right, Jabber. Is that everything you're doing on your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, the group of 3 make it behind you, and they're screaming, "He's heading north! He's heading north!" Start calling stuff. Crowds are starting to mingle through and stuff like that. It's becoming a little bit more uproarious as people are starting to look for you now. It's your turn. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to, once I can like round a building, I want to round like this building right here, and juke across the street like over here,
All right, so
like to this corner over here, like in a hidden area.
as you're going across, people are trying to grab you. I need you to make either a strength save or a dexterity save, DC 9, as some of these people are trying to like grab on you, restrain you, and stuff like that.
How about an 11?
An 11 makes it. You got above a 9, you're good. You were able to get out of the grasp of feeble old women and drunks. As you were able to make it, you said like right there. We'll call that good.
Yeah.
with your move and your dash. We'll call that good.
Mm-hmm. Now, has anybody seen me round this corner?
Yes, because you're running at full speed. So they're like
Okay.
they're
I want to
seeing you.
manifest echo as a bonus action, because before I end my turn, manifest echo and put him close by, like 15 feet, like on the other side of this building, like over here.
All right. So in the scope of things, like you are occupying like 30 feet by yourself, and those guards are like right here, and they can see you. So you can put the echo in your same spot, or like change in elevation.
I want to put him. Okay, you see the building right over here beside me? How there's like a little small side to it?
Yep.
On top of it, put my echo on top of that. Should be not too high.
Yep, gotcha.
And end my turn there.
All right, these guards come up within spear throwing distance, and 3 of them throw their spears at you. Your AC is still a 12?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, one hits you for 3 piercing damage. Another one, critical hit, comes flying at you for 8 piercing damage. So that is a total of 11 piercing damage all day long. Alright, Jabber, it's your turn. You've now got 3 spears sticking around you.
I'm limping. I don't know if I have any potions. I
No,
have a potion of heroism.
You don't have anything, man, because everything was stripped off your body.
Right.
Because
they took everything.
Yep.
Yep, that's right.
But you've got 3 spears lying around you.
I do. What do I need to roll? Because I want to grab one and throw one back.
Ranged attack with a spear.
I don't know what the D is on it.
You roll 1d20 and then add
1d20.
your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus to your attack. So basically make like a hoopak. So you'd be a +4. So you just make a hoopak attack.
Ranged? Okay.
Well, no.
How about that?
Your range stuff factors in with your archery, which gives you a +6. Your regular hoopak is a +4.
Oh,
you chose the archery fighting style.
Okay, 17.
17, that's a hit on one of them. It's your turn.
Bonus action to go up all the way to the roof, switch places, and then...
So I'm saying that this roof is about 30 feet up, because you had to teleport 15 twice to get to it.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Now that I'm up there, there's another rooftop right here that I'm going to place my echo. That's within 15 feet. And I'm going to lay down. End my turn.
You got 2 guards that come with crossbows. And then the 2 with spears start rummaging around for a ladder. They're probably going to find something in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The building that you put the echo on is about a 1-story building, so it is like 15 feet shorter than where you're at right now. What do you want to do? It's your turn.
How many guards are around everybody at the stockades?
The approximately 250 feet that you see down, given your line of advantage, you see 4 guards there right now. It looks like they got reinforcements as soon as this stuff kicked off. And then you're also seeing, coming from the Burgomaster's mansion, you see Victor as well as Izek starting to head and answer the call for guards.
Okay, so sorry, Echo, but your diversion. I want them to pretty much mainly focus on him while I'm laying down. They can see him standing there. I'm trying to get them to attack him so I can use him as a diversion. Is my goal. Because I'm laying down, I can see everything, but they can't see me laying there, even with the crossbows. But they can see my echo standing on the 15-foot roof.
That checks out. And if you wait long enough, the one guy makes it up onto that little landing you're at before, looks over, sees your echo, and says, "He's over there. Go take the ladder. Go up there." It's probably going to be next turn when they figure out that your echo is in fact not you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to, since they're all over here around this building now, correct?
You've got the 2 archers that are kind of with this guard, or where this guard was, and then the other one is crawling up on that roof. So yeah, there's 3 located to the southeast of you, and then one that's climbing up next to you.
But the archers can't see me. correct?
No, because they don't have line of sight because you laid down.
Okay. I'm gonna move to the other side of this roof because it's a crested roof. I'm gonna move to the other side of it.
And then you move far enough away that your echo disperses.
Once they realize he disappears, I'm gonna manifest echo again onto this building.
That's gonna be a little bit too far away.
Okay. I wouldn't be able to survive the fall, is the problem.
Probably not. You did put yourself in a pickle.
I did. I pickled myself. Is there any way I can get into this building from the roof?
I mean, you find various little odd, like, places that you could crawl in. There's various signs of disrepair and stuff like that.
Alright, I want to climb into the building through the rubble. Or wreckage, anyways.
Alright, roll me a 1d20.
Oh, fuck. I'm probably so fucked on this one. 31.
You do not find anything in there. It's abandoned.
Sweet. But nobody realizes I'm in there, though, either.
Well, I mean, they're not idiots. They're going to be checking.
Oh, they'll check eventually. I would like to get to the ground floor as quick as possible.
Alright, give me an athletics or acrobatics. Anything above a 10.
8. Fuck.
Roll 1d6.
5.
You take 5 points of damage as you're climbing across, and part of the abandoned building gives way, and you fall down.
Well, it's death saves now.
Alright. Go ahead and give me some death saves until you either succeed or fail.
Is that a 1d20?
Yep. It should show you with the death saves on the thing.
I got a 19.
Alright, so that's 1 success.
Another 1. 17.
That's 2 successes.
1 fail.
Alright.
And a 19.
Alright. You are 0 hit points and you are unconscious.
Could I use my fearlessness for that? Or no?
I don't think it works like that.
I don't think it does either.
I think it works if you have the fear condition, you can use it and roll with advantage to get rid of it. I know the cliche is like, I don't fear death, but still. You're unconscious. What's Team Winery doing?
So I had a thought. I kind of had a plan going through my head. Let me know what you think.
Let's hear it.
How tall are you? I'm looking at you. What are you, about? Would you fit in a barrel?
Yeah.
Could you fit in there?
Hey, easy.
All right, so here's my plan, my thought. What if we get some wine, or if there's some in the barrel already, I can't tell. And we go to a local merchant and get some, see if we can find some sleeping liquids. Pour in the wine, you get in the barrel. Long story short, I deliver it. Yay, it's a happy party. Everybody drinks, they fall asleep, and get the hell out of here. What do you think? Too easy?
I mean, sounds like a good plan.
You just might have to be in the barrel. You could handle that though, right?
I don't really want to be in the barrel. I could be in a barrel, but not that barrel.
Well, I can't carry 2 barrels.
I understand.
I don't know, unless you got something better. I'll take that as a no.
Nope, not right now. I'm trying to think.
Just to confirm, Doc, are we actually in the tavern, or are we still waiting to be brought into the tavern?
So they're going to be, they bring you into the tavern, the Blue Water Inn. They usher you in, back you into the stalls. They show you that there are, in fact, trap doors that lead you into like a hayloft storage area. The Mardukov family, Erwin and the wife, Danica, tell you it's a tumultuous time, and you guys tend to draw a lot of attention. So the more you remain hidden, the less hassle it's going to be. One of your party members has already tried to escape, and they took your people from the stocks and brought them to the Burgomaster's house.
Well, at least it's more comfortable.
You guys are locked in the closet that's like right next to there.
So they're no longer in the stocks. They're in the Burgomaster's house.
Thanks to Jabber's attempted escape, when he was found, they decided to lock you in a room because he used his echo. They became intelligent about it and said, well, we can't put him anywhere where you can see, so the locked coat room, heavily guarded, should be enough.
Am I locked in a coat room with these people?
So much
or do we get separate coat rooms?
No.
So they got me?
Oh yeah, they got you. They found you. They broke in, figured everything out, and they were like, alright, this is where he is, and then they brought you all to the Burgomaster's house.
Oh shit.
Am I still unconscious?
Oh yeah.
Somebody needs to wake me up.
I just need to know. Are we all locked together?
Yes.
Interesting. I'm gonna spend my time threatening the kobold.
Oddly enough, he's unconscious or doing a really good job faking that he's unconscious.
I'm just gonna feel if I can feel a pulse. I don't know where the veins are on these things.
There is.
So we're in the tavern. We have no clue that they've been moved, correct?
The Mardukov family lets you know
Okay.
that Jabber tried to escape. He got caught. He was on a roof. He either fell through the roof or something, but they found him when they decided to look in the buildings, like they told everybody that they were doing, looking in the buildings for the rest of the people. And they found him unconscious, and they drug him to the Burgomaster's house and locked him in the closet that's in the front area. He is heavily guarded, but they are now in the Burgomaster's house.
Sorry, dumb question. Clarification. Is just Jabber in the house or all of them?
No, all of them.
Okay. Alright. So, Spiffy, did you just hear that? What's our luck, having to go back to the Burgomaster's house? Come on. Well, that changes the plan a little bit.
Wait, do you think they're all together? They wouldn't be stupid enough to put everybody together. I mean, if they are, then it's easier for us to get them out, isn't it?
You tell me.
I mean, one way in,
Well,
one way out.
We don't know how many people are guarding, number one. Number two, it's kind of be weird to bring a barrel of wine to the house, isn't it? Or do we stick to that plan? I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was kind of weirder to bring a barrel of wine to the stockades.
All right.
I feel like it's a good one to bring to a house for sure.
Say, look at boys, look what I got. Ooh.
Is this the same? Is this the same family that I accepted the deal to kill him?
This is the same place that you guys torched and killed the Burgomaster at. It is one of the only secure locations.
No, I'm talking about the people that are talking to us that are giving us this information.
Oh, they're the people at the Blue Water Inn. They're the patrons of the Blue Water Inn. It turns out that they are in fact super secret Raven-born spies from the Order of the Feather, and they've been watching you since you arrived here, and is like, well, we could probably help you, but you need to help us.
What's their scope on that lady then? Can't remember her name.
Lady Fiona Wachter?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they don't like going around her place. It's teeming with bad energy, like very necrotic, and she has a lot of cats too, which tends to keep the ravens at bay. But she's a little bit further up north.
How many of them are there, and can we ask them if they have a better plan than what we're thinking?
According to the plans and what they've been told, the festival is tomorrow, and that's when everybody's going to be packed around. It looks like they're only going to have them like there until they complete the construction of the wicker ball, and then they are going to wheel them into the center of town and burn them at first light, which is about, we'll say, 18 hours.
What if they can't complete the wicker ball?
If they can't complete the wicker ball?
Dan, what do you think?
Oh.
What if they can't complete the wicker ball?
Yeah, I'm thinking they'll find other ways to execute their plan for the people. I think the ball doesn't matter, honestly. Can we, I'd like to ask one of the Spy Crow people if there is a shop nearby that we could potentially get sleeping liquid I want to say potion, but if that's a possibility.
Like,
or poison. I don't want to poison somebody, just sleep.
They can probably find you a dose for like 50 gold.
Would that be enough to dose multiple people?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It'd probably take like 6 of them in order to get effectively an entire case or cask of wine.
Be right back.
They say that you could either wait until they're all at one spot for the morning time frame when you know where they're going to be and there's going to be a large crowd, or they got moved to the Burgomaster's mansion, which is closer to the wall and a straighter shot out.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be able to provide direct support to you during the day because they still have their mission, and that requires some secrecy. And then you hear that old man that was eating that soup before, Rictavio. He's kind of tilting his ear around and kind of shuffling in his seat a little bit.
I'm gonna walk up to his table and have a seat. Say, "You look like you got something to say, mister."
What you need is probably a distraction, my friend.
Is that something you or some of your other friends might be able to offer?
Well, it depends. Your cooperation now would probably save me a great deal of time, as I've heard you've got dealings with the Vistani outside of the camp. Is that true?
I'm not sure I have dealings with anyone.
Have you visited the Vistani camp that is southwest of Vallaki? And he starts fumbling through and he's like, Aragal, Luvash. Do these names ring a bell?
Shit. Why do you ask? I'm not quite sure.
I happen to have business dealings with them, and I might be able to provide a distraction for an accurate telling of their camp's layout and where I can find them.
Sounds like that business of yours is
Come back.
Getting rid of the competition.
Competition, no. I mean to eradicate a scourge on this earth, one that has wronged me, and one that I intend to have nobody else go through the pain of losing a wife or a child.
I understand that completely. Mr. Spiffs, come here.
I literally just heard the end of that. What's going on?
So this fine young gentleman here is just telling us a potential arrangement. You know that that camp you guys were at southwest from here? What was the name of that camp again?
The Vistani camp?
Yeah.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. What about it?
Did you have any dealings with them? Arrangements or anything?
I hear that you two need a distraction. I have the means and ways to make such a distraction. In order for me to do this, I require information. I'm going to expend one of my resources in order to make this happen, so I need the most accurate information possible. How many Vistani are at this camp, and what are their capabilities?
I'm just going to look at you, Spiffy, and say, what? You...
I'm conflicted.
Conflicted? They side with Strahd. They walk these lands with no worry whatsoever. They prey on the innocent travelers that get wrapped up in here. What are you conflicted about?
Oh, the Torches weren't so nice. Like, holy shit.
They became our friends. They became our friends.
Then would you die
because
for them?
they had a similar thing happen that what you were just talking about.
The Vistani are responsible for the capture of my wife and daughter. They then sold them like cattle to the vampires in order to drink more wine. This scourge simply cannot be allowed to continue. So either, here and now, you side with them, or, and he pulls his hat aside, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rudolf Van Richten, vampire hunter extraordinaire.
See, that's all you had to say in the beginning.
Rudolf Van Richten.
That means a lot different. That's a lot different. There's about blah blah blah. There's about It looks like blah blah blah. There's this stuff.
So you start telling them the capabilities?
Yeah.
I have a trained saber-toothed tiger that I can unleash on a certain location in order to cause havoc. This is our key, I think, to sow enough discontent in this area in order to allow you to rescue your friends. I need to move my wagon from the Ottersek stockyard to wherever you need this beast released.
At the Burgomaster's house is what it seems like.
I love your enthusiasm. However, if we do this in broad daylight, my name is on the side of that wagon, and it doesn't take a lot to put 2 and 2 together. And while my
I'm talking about at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, while my tower is a very formidable thing with defense, it's not going to take an entire village very long to make it from here to Baratok, so we only have a little bit of a lead time.
We were talking about doing this in the morning, or like in the wee hours of the morning, before the sun even rises. So unless people are awake at the witching hour, I think we'll be all right.
So where do you need this set?
My guess is around the Burgomaster's house, somewhere around there.
Do you have a plan to contend with the guards that come to answer the attack by the saber-toothed tiger?
Yeah.
What if we were able to open the door and get the tiger in the house?
Or a window.
You would need... I've trained it to attack by smell, so you'd need something of Vistani cloth in order to use as bait for it to go in.
What did we get from the Vistani?
Did you guys get something? Did you get something?
Money and a handshake, right?
Yeah.
One of those coins?
So in my case, money then.
Money.
We're also going to need weapons to give to our friends because they're going to be empty-handed.
And that's when Erwin Martitov speaks up. We've got a couple of our agents already working on getting a few items of your parties out, but we're not going to be able to carry much. This out of game means that everybody's pretty much only going to be able to get salvaged 10 pounds worth of gear that they had on them, and then whatever you had stored in your rooms is being loaded back onto the wine barrels in order to go to the Wizards of Wine winery. So pretty much all your gear except for 10 pounds worth of stuff is going to be gone, except for what's in your room and then 10 pounds of what was on your person that you carried in. So I think like the whip's 3 pounds, the hoopok's 2 pounds, so it's like crossbow bolts, all that other stuff. They can steal that stuff for you. And the reason they can do this is because they can get in hybrid form, grab what they need, shift back into hybrid form, and make it out stealthily enough that they're able to just pick up little odds and ends, little bits and baubles. We know that Niren has his holy symbol on him, as well as Kojin. Speaking of which,
am I completely naked?
No, they left you clothes, which are now kind of soaked and patched in blood.
I mean, all I had on was my leather armor.
I imagine that you have other clothes underneath it, like some linens and stuff like that. But yeah, your leather armor's gone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Potions are like half a pound a piece.
Do you by chance know how many guards we might run into?
Erwin speaks up. There's about 24 guards. But they have the ability to get about 30 villagers mustered up pretty quickly. They've got, well, with your friends there now, they've got about 8 people. 4 patrol the outside, 4 on the inside. Is there any other information that we might be able to tell you?
4 guards out, 4 guards in. Is there anything else we need to know, Spiff?
They're probably going to be there too. The, what's his nuts? The big guy.
Not at 3 in the morning, I wouldn't think. Well, maybe.
The son's going to be there. The new quote-unquote duke kind of person.
Hey, Doc, if I go half a pound over the 10 pounds, is that too much?
Yes. It is 10 pounds. If you don't get your 10 pounds, that's all they can carry out for you. So 10 pounds or under is what will be waiting for you, as well as your gear that you had stored at the Blue Water Inn in your room. You will have that waiting for you at the Wizards of Wine winery.
I think we need to figure out like their pattern for their security outside, so that way we can get to the house without anybody really seeing us, unless we're just gonna try to take the guards out right away.
It's like the middle of town is the Burgomaster's mansion.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty close to everything else.
It's this one, right?
No. That's Blinsky's toy shop, where the party's at. That's the Burgomaster's mansion.
Oh, gotcha.
Right there. You guys are right here right now.
So if we're doing this at like 3 in the morning, it'll be dark. Good.
Yes, it will definitely be dark. It starts getting dark around 5 p.m.
Hey, I want to make sure that I grab the whip so I can give it to Adrian.
That whip is at the Wizards of Wine Winery right now. They were able to grab it and smuggle it out, and they are bringing it to the Wizards of Wine Winery with all the other gear.
Is there any way during the day that I can, like, buy a whip?
Are you going to try to venture out to buy a whip in a town that hates you and is on the lookout for you? Or are you going to have somebody else try to buy one for you?
No, I'm going to ask. I'll probably pay double for it. And then they get to keep the extra. That's my guess. I don't know.
If you want to pay double for you, they can send one person out there to do it. But yeah, they'll get it back around the start of evening.
Cool. As long as I have it before we are scheduled to leave.
Yep, that'll be in the evening time frame, which will be 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. During this time in the afternoon, Jabber's awake, as is everybody else in the closet. What is anybody trying to do anything? You do notice that you are manacled with your hands and feet. Somewhere in the house, you hear low sobbing. There's almost nobody in there. Sobbing sounds like a female's voice. Is there anything that Kojin...
I can't think of anything.
Missure Spifi, Adrian...
We hear sobbing?
Yeah.
Woman's voice?
Sounds like a woman audibly weeping, like the floor above you across the other side of the house.
I mean me, right? I'm not there.
Jabber? You're not there yet, yeah. Correct.
Okay, say that again.
Jabber, you're awake now. You're at one hit point and you are manacled, hands and feet.
That don't stop me. I went through my inventory, only my hoopak, my crossbow, and my map case. Because I had my potion of heroism, crossbow bolts in my backpack, which was in my room.
Then how did you fire your crossbow and reload multiple times during that encounter?
Because I had two little set. One had 10, one had 10. One was kept in the backpack, and they took the 10 off that one.
I hate to be pedantic about it. I do not see anywhere in your backpack where it says crossbow bolts case 10.
I didn't change it.
I see 20. Well, then it's almost like it never happened like that. So you've got approximately, I'd say, 15 crossbow bolts that they would be able to bring back to you. And then the potion of heroism weighs half a pound, I believe, unless I look it up. Oh wait, everything's...
Yeah, but that was in my backpack.
Alright, then it was in your backpack, so that's good.
That's in my room. Yeah. Can I manifest Echo if I looked under the door? Here.
So I'm just gonna let you know, man, you can probably do it, but they're getting pretty sick of your shit, so you don't think that they're going to entertain this as much, because it's easier to burn a dead body than one that's trying to escape. With that knowledge, though, what would you like to do?
I'm not attempting to escape. There's no attempt to escape. I just want to manifest my Echo out to them, in front of them, just to fuck with them.
If you manifest your Echo, it is going to be seen as a hostile act, and they are going to open the door and repeatedly stab at you with spears until you stop moving. Are you sure that's what you want to do?
No.
Okay. It doesn't matter if you manifested your Echo and apologize. The second that Echo comes up, they are on orders to stab you in the face until you stop breathing, and then stab you 4 more times. Just so that way there is like 0 surprise when they do that.
See him messing at the door and I pull him back. I'm going to die, I just want a little bit of peace. So all of you be quiet before I quiet you.
Well, are we doing this then?
Rictavio says that he can bring the cart from the stockyard back in. You can't go inside of the cart or inside of the wagon because the wagon has the saber-toothed tiger in it, but you can hide underneath. And then he can put you wherever you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can release the tiger whenever you guys decide.
Okay, I do have a quick thing, potentially. With this, I'm thinking like a cowboy. You remember back in the day, cowboys would go to jail, and then their friend would go to the bars outside and like rip a hole in the wall or whatnot, try to get their friends out, type thing, out of jail.
Yes.
Sounds like a lot of noise.
No, I'm thinking about that. I'm using that as like if we know where they're being kept, like, could we potentially get to one of those windows?
If there's a window, you can all probably you could probably try it. It's gonna be really obvious though, because somebody's gonna have to go and tie the stuff to the window from the back of the wagon, even at night. Like,
no, I'm not saying do that. I'm talking about just because it's not gonna have bars on it, because it's literally a coat room. So I'm talking about just using that window. And I was thinking about the way that it used to be in westerns, like how they'd use that back window. That's where I'm getting the window from. Window idea.
I'm gonna save you the time. There is no window in this room. They are locked in
Too
a
easy.
windowless coat closet. It would not be very good of them to try to keep high-value prisoners in a place where they could readily escape, which is how they found out that the stocks weren't secure, thanks to Jabber.
So what about if we go canvas, see how many people are outside? I think he said there's probably 4 outside, 4 or 5, I don't know.
He said 4 outside and 4 inside, I do believe.
Could we take opportunities to maybe choke a few out at a time without causing any ruckus?
If you could find a way to lure them away and do it stealthily enough where you do enough non-lethal damage at once, I would call that a knockout. Or you could use like the sleep spell or like any other types of magic that would allow you to be able to do those types of things.
What if we parked the tiger down an alley, and then you distract, like try to get the guards to come help you down here? Like, I think one of them escaped and they're over here. Help, type stuff.
I don't know if they'd be that silly. Like, no.
You could turn it. You could turn into somebody. That's what I'm saying.
This is also just a quick heads up, because I know Jay said he grabbed a whip. Are you a College of Valor bard?
No, it's for you. It's so I can give you a weapon.
So there's gonna be 2 whips.
You don't have a whip
have
on
one,
you.
and then you got your other whip waiting at the Wizards of Wine Winery.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright, kinky. I like it. It's for me.
No whips.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. It is for you.
Okay, I was gonna warn you. I was like, unless you're a College of Valor, bro, you're not gonna be proficient with that.
Nope. It's not for me. I was literally thinking about my teammates.
I was thinking maybe College of Swords might be, but no, as far as I remember, they only get like a scimitar as an extra one or something.
I have College of Swords, and it's good for my rapier. I know that.
Oh yeah, well you were proficient with a rapier when you chose Bard.
Very true. So Rictavio says, where do you want me to park this?
Well, it's got to be close enough to the house.
Hey, if this is a mass planning session with a bunch of people, I don't know if I could throw out an idea.
Might as well, because it's just like random thoughts growing through the back of the head.
So, like, he's a bit concerned. This is just for his protection. He's a bit concerned about his name being attached to it. Is it possible to simulate or fake a runaway cart that then crashes with the back mysteriously unlocked, and this thing gets out?
That's a plausible thing.
Not just just a look out for this person helping with their tiger. I'm not sure they want to like crash their cart, but I'm not saying it has to like blow down a house, you know? I'm just saying like, oh, it's run away and it's stopped by a post. It'll probably do more damage to the post.
So that saber-toothed tiger, if you give it the command with the coin, the scent or whatever, is it gonna immediately start attacking and killing, or can you tell it to just can he control it? Like,
it has been trained to attack the Vistani with the Vistani scent.
Okay. So it will attack. It's not like he's gonna say get their attention.
It'll attack to defend itself. It'll attack if it smells the Vistani.
Because I'm also just thinking, like, you don't even need this thing to attack them necessarily. This tiger being loose might be enough to get their attention.
I was just kind of thinking it could just kind of like run around in this area, like, is that backyards or something like that? Maybe, I don't know.
That is, he could easily pretend that his wagon falls open and that like the thing makes it out. If it gets overwhelmed, it'll probably seek a way out and then come find him later. At least that's his hope, because he was gonna.
At the end of the day, it's still an animal.
He was gonna use it with the Vistani.
It's still an animal. You can train that tiger all you want.
That this has taken us about into the evening, so this would be the time frame from about 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. that if you wanted to start enacting anything during this time, you probably could. Team in the closet, you are not fed dinner. They don't even give you water.
Rude savages.
Yeah.
So we can take a long rest before we do this then?
If you want to take a long rest, this is going to take you from, let's see, you did it 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 to 3 a.m.?
Yeah, you can. It'll be like 3 a.m. and then you get a long rest.
That's the plan, because we want to do this at 3, so I mean, get our rest now. What do you think, Dan?
You also got the long rest in at the, God, what is it? You got the long rest in...
Oh, yeah.
At the Wizards of Wine.
Yeah, I don't need one.
Can us in the closet do that as well?
No, you're...
Take a long rest?
You don't have any food to eat. You are not in comfortable positions. You could probably take a short rest, but like, how many hit dice did you burn on your last go round?
2.
2? So that means that you'd have like 1 more hit dice that you could burn. If only you had another way to regain hit points as a fighter. It'd be crazy if you could do it as like a bonus action.
I'm just Oh, I do. I'm just waiting for my turn to do it.
I mean, just if you want to do it, you could do it now.
I might do that with a short rest as well.
Take a second wind.
Yep. Second
I like
wind.
that. I like that idea. We should definitely have the cat roaming around, because then the guards would be distracted by that.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, plus make it look like an accident, so it's like more natural.
That will be an 8.
Alright, so should we get this plan in motion and see where it takes us?
Anything happen this night while we're here? Or this day?
You're able to take a short rest, but other than that, like, what's
just the crying?
Gee, uncontrollable. You find out that it's Lady Petrovna.
I figured.
Weeping for her husband. She seems very distraught. Very just wrecked. So the goal is to wait until 3 o'clock in the morning. Rictavio is going to build the surprise. They're going to see it. They're going to hopefully go after it and draw some of the guards away, is what I'm hearing.
That's the hope.
Alright.
Is the hope.
Alright, Doc, what I did was I took and I did the action, or the second wind first, and then I took my short rest, so now I can have a second wind again.
That's smart. That's using your abilities.
And using my noggin. I'm up to 18 out of 28.
Awesome.
And do my hit point regain on the cold. No. I was thinking about it though. Looking right at that kobold.
He's still either asleep or pretending to be asleep because he is not feeling good.
Oh, that's okay. He just looks like Kung Pao kobold. You know what I mean? If they had some little
Jackiels and
Dragonland
Missure
shit, that it doesn't matter, you know?
On our
But
way
the problem
to
is,
save our friends. We're on our adventure to get them back and end that one-armed man. We're off. Here we go, Dan. You can do it. I have your back. Pat him on the back, give him a bardic inspiration while singing a tune.
Alright, don't give me a bardic inspiration when you show up. I don't think my character can handle that. We'll go back to the stockades.
I wouldn't do that. Not then. This is before a battle, before everything. We're already good to go.
'Twas the wee hours of the morning when Rictavio took Drusilla, his prized aging draft horse, out of the stables of the Blue Water Inn and walked her down to the stockyard, hooked her up to the wagon. Not everybody was awake at this point, but people who were awake and were milling around probably were a little bit startled about the snarling and the way that the weight of the wagon shifted as he pulls it back into the Blue Water Inn for Missure Spifi and Dan Jackiels to hide underneath.
Here we go, buddy.
You're making the long trek from the Blue Water Inn to the Burgomaster's house. Alright, Dan Jackiels and Missure Spifi, where do you want to be let out at?
I would like to be let out before we get close enough for them to see.
Alright.
So what I was planning on doing is disguising into one of the armed guards that I saw last time.
If I need to, I could fly up to the roof and wait.
So here's the thing about flying. You have nothing that's like concealing you. It's just vision. Even through the dark, they can still see the motion of it. There's nothing that's like broken line of sight, if that makes any sense.
Is there a bush you can hide in temporarily?
And do you think that you remember a guard and you can get his approximation? Just better hope he's not on duty or else it could get kind of interesting.
Oh, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
So you guys are set off a little bit of ways. We'll say it's going to take you like a move action in order to get onto the map. Lets you out, does everything he needs to do, gets it set up, and then as it goes, he pretends to slump and it hits the side. It opens, the saber-toothed tiger jumps out and roars, and clanking plates glistening off the moonlight. Guards let out a collective, "Oh shit!" As it goes, a couple of the guards are starting to yell like, "There's a fucking big beast! There's a big beast! Hell beast! There's a hell beast! Go, go, go!" And these 4 guards start running along after it in the direction that the beast ran off. What are Missure Spifi and Dan Jackiels doing?
I see the guards running after it, and I think the plan is to run up to the door. If I can take full movement there, assuming?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. And then check the door to see if it's open.
The door is unlocked.
Okay. I will open the door and I'll just step in and yell, "There's a beast on the loose."
You open the door and you see 4 figures meandering in the middle of the area. They're starting to put their gear back on and like grab shields and like grab a spear. 2 of them look like they're getting ready to run out. That one and that one that pass you. You can go ahead and take attacks of opportunity if you want to. I'm not sure if you are.
Nope.
But you got those 2 now guarding the outside. Mr. Spifi, what would you like to do?
I know there's a window over here.
There is.
I'm going to go over to the window and can I try to silently open it?
Yeah, you can get it. You can get it open. You see in there that is, well, there's a blood stain against the wall from where he was shot with a crossbow bolt, but this is the window that leads into the Burgomaster's den. This is where some of you heard his grand ideas for making this festival a great festival and have you in as honored guest. And then you quickly shake it from your mind because at some point, sometime, he said bad things to you.
Yeah, what a dick. Alright, I will climb in and close the window.
Alright.
And then stealth, like, do you want me to roll stealth or no?
There's nothing that can see you in there, so there's no reason to roll for stealth. The bear head is dead. Alright. Those guards start fanning out and kind of looking at everything that's going on. Dan Jackiels, what would you like to do?
I'm going to step in a little further and say, "There's a beast on the loose."
Then shut the fucking door.
Alright. I'll come back over here and close the door.
Closes it. They're kind of standing there with the thing on. One guard starts to lean up against the door. It's fucking crazy, right?
It's shite. I need a drink. I'm gonna walk over here to see if there's... Where's the booze?
You're gonna get flogged if Izek catches you. But you know the boss keeps the good stuff upstairs. In his office.
Alright. I'm gonna go grab a drink. You won't say anything, will you?
Well, it depends on if you bring some back for me.
Consider it done. And I'm gonna walk upstairs.
Alright.
Is that upstairs or downstairs? That's up, right? Yeah.
This is upstairs. You now see yourself right about there.
Okay. I'm gonna keep walking up.
Alright, Missure Spifi, you are hearing footfalls going upstairs, but that jives with what Dan Jackiels was saying, or the person who Dan Jackiels is assuming. What are you doing at this point?
I'm gonna search this room.
Alright. Give me a investigation check.
Oh my god.
And also a stealth check.
Oh god. Investigate. That's horrible. But at least I'm stealthy about it. I ain't finding shit.
Stealthy horror.
But I'm stealthy. Got a 25 for my, or 23 for my stealth and a 5 for my investigation.
It's just a regular ass room, but you were able to not disturb anything and not make any noise. You hear the sounds of like, hey, there's a beast on the loose. Get the brigade together. Hurry up. You know, they're starting to call everybody. Dan Jackiels, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go upstairs and pretend I'm getting some drinks and kind of look around.
There's a hallway. You see a lot of stuff around. You can look down below and see as well. You're looking out through this window area.
That window right there, yeah.
Yep, and you see the guards, approximately 2 of them, on the edge of the road, kind of like looking through, trying to see if they can see what's going on, keeping eyes on things. We can move a little bit more if you want to.
Yeah. These are windows, or is that a door?
No, those are windows.
Okay. So each square is 5, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's about 30 feet. So I see is that a door? And that one?
That is a hallway that leads to a door.
Okay. I'd like to keep going if I may.
Yeah.
Alright.
We'll say that you can make it about to like right there. And down that hallway you see 2 doors across from each other, and then another one back here. You hear, coming down from this way, the sounds of a woman sobbing, but you also hear from this area back here a fainter, weaker sound of a male sobbing.
That's interesting.
Alright, Missure Spifi, what are you doing? Anything that anybody in the closet's doing?
Do we hear what's going on?
You do hear commotion and everything going on.
Can you guys draw the other one?
You said we hear what's going on?
You hear the commotion. You hear that there's a large beast outside. And then you heard somebody saying that they're going to be going to get wine upstairs, and he's going to bring it for another guard.
Oh, I'm going to start pounding on the door.
Opens the door and tells you, shut up, be quiet.
When I hear the door being pounded on and him doing that, I'm going to go open the door.
Alright. You see one guard that is guarding the doorway where it's closed. Well, let me see what you can see. You just see the opening into the other part of the hallway. But kind of looking around, you could see that there's another guard milling around the front by there.
I'm kind of behind Jabber and Kojin here, right?
Yeah, I mean, like that's my
since he's not here.
That's my abstract stuff. If you wanted to be arranged in like a different way.
Oh no, I'm fine with being at the back wall.
All right.
And I just tell him, I'm like, there are beasts everywhere. It's too late. And then I give him a nice big smile.
Grows very uneasy with that.
I mean, like a really nice one.
Yeah,
like a superb one.
Kind of like a smile that's on point.
Yeah.
He starts to close the doorway, shaking a little bit. You've definitely got him at a disadvantage due to being surprised.
It shakes whack away from the door. I'm gonna try to push my way out then. At that point.
All right, give me an athletics check, and I will oppose you with an athletics check.
Try to use that bit of distraction I created, as it were.
Yep, you can go ahead and roll that at advantage as well.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna need that because I am not a strong person.
But you're using your wits. What did you end up getting?
Got a 13.
He got an 8, so you are definitely able to push past him. As he gets pushed back a little bit. The door is now open. I guess now's a good time for initiative.
You know, normally I'm not very nice, so when I smile at people, it freaks them out.
That is true.
I'm not good at it. It's very unnatural.
I do believe that we've said as much.
Like a psycho clown.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna pass this turn.
Got it.
I'm gonna let Adrian go before me because I have nothing I can do right now.
Would you like to move your initiative down to any number that's lower than 27? So that way you just act on that round?
I mean, if Adrian wants to switch places with me.
I'll put you at 15, and then I'll slide you back into there. Alright, Adrian, it is your go, and then Jabber.
Okay.
He's got more of a plan than I do.
I appreciate the confidence, but at this point, I hear a distraction and I'm winging it. I don't want to die.
I don't want to die either.
So I'm going to disengage.
Gotcha.
10 feet. Quick go from the door. Oh boy. And just sort of run around that way.
Gotcha.
Goodbye!
Next up is Jabber.
I'm gonna follow.
So I think that's absolutely the best way to go about this.
Are you going to disengage?
Disengage and hightail it out.
Alright, so you are able to make it to about right there.
Okay. Quick note, because I might eventually plan to take you with me on my next maneuver. How much does Jabber weigh?
About as
Give me
much
a
as a
second.
toddler.
Or as much as a toddler? Is it more or less than 50 pounds? That's really all I need to know. It's less than 50 pounds, so I can just kind of carry you like equipment. Great. That's all I need.
Hold on a second. Let me make sure his weight is that. No, I think he's over
I think that's a
30
question for next time. We both did our turns.
Well, it's a good thing to look
stating
at.
it for.
I'll send you a
Find
direct
out.
message.
Yeah.
Once I
sounds
get
good.
my thing loaded up.
Alright, Dan, you are starting to hear commotion coming from on the other side of this door. Missure Spifi, it is your turn.
You said the guard? That I could see a guard?
Yeah, you can kind of see, if you're peeping through,
yeah.
you can kind of see a guard right there.
Okay, I see him. I want to throw something on that was on the table right over here. I want to grab this cup and throw it in this room.
Alright, roll me a 1d6.
4.
Alright, it seems to have caught one of the guards' attention, but we'll see what happens on their turn, which is next.
And then I will go back to hiding.
Alright, where are you going to be when you attempt to hide? Got it.
I don't know if I can close the door or not.
Sure, it's an item interaction.
Alright.
Gotcha, that's your turn?
Yep.
Alright, so these guards, confused about what to do, are going to be surprised. This one, not so surprised, is going to walk up and then look in that room. Trying to figure out what's going on. That's their turn. Niren's turn. He's going to get up and basically start following Jabber out. Disengage, move. Dan, you start to hear ruffling from beyond this portion of wall. Next up is Kojin.
So that guy's just letting us out of the room, huh?
He's surprised, and everybody who's run is disengaged, so that way they don't get an attack of opportunity.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Move action to disengage you.
Yeah, you use an action to disengage, and then you're moving. It'll get you pretty much like right out here in the front.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll follow them up.
Alright, we'll say you make it to about there if you're good with it. Alright, back up to the top round. There is Lugosi.
Damn right. I get the name change right. Because I definitely am glad I used a fake name now.
Yeah, it's definitely working out.
it's super advantageous. I'm going to double move here. How? You know what? No, I'm just gonna double move down. I'm heading south.
Gotcha.
South towards the gate. Straight book. I'm going to dash and then move 60.
Gotcha. You will be outside of the city within 3 turns. This is turn number 1. If you were just all out hauling ass. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, there's no crowds there to try to trip you up.
And right before I do that, just for flair, I do a little whistle. And Bela comes flying down onto my shoulder. Thumbs up.
She does. Alright, Jabber, it's your turn.
Same thing, still on his coattails.
Alright, you're moving. It's going to take you 2 additional rounds to get out there. You see this door open, Mr. Dan Jackiels, as the haggard, tired face of Victor Vallakovich comes out. And he sees you and he's like, What? What is it?
There's a beast loose outside.
Shit. And he knocks on the door right next to it. He's like, Izek, we've got more trouble with the night creatures. And that's his turn. Missure Spifi, it is your go.
Alright. I will see if I can push this table by this door so it makes it harder for him to get in here.
So you're going to move the table to the door?
Yep, move the table to the door and then go back through the window.
That guard goes over and starts fumbling on the door, unable to get in. The other guard comes out, tries to grab at Niren, is not able to. Niren double moves to get away. Now Izek comes out. Dan, he looks at you. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be on shift.
I was coming to alert the guards there's a beast loose. I'm trying to handle it.
Well, then get to it.
Alright, and I'm going to book it downstairs.
Alright, Kojin, it is your go.
Yeah, I'm just going to follow Jabber and Lugosi and Niren.
Alright, you got 2 rounds until that comes to fruition. Lugosi, this is your second round. Are you basically boogieing?
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Gotcha. Jabber the same?
Same old, same old.
Alright. Victor, with his tome in his hand, starts heading around. Alright. Missure Spifi, it is your go.
Get out the window now and start getting away.
How are you getting away?
I can stealth into the bush and then find another bush on the way, like run across the street or whatnot.
Alright, so if you're going to try to hide in that bush, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
It's a 10. This is kind of the wrong kind of bush. It's not, doesn't feel right.
Alright. A couple of the other guards are running after you. Niren's also moving. Everybody's like booking it. Lights are starting to come on throughout the house. Izek starts walking down that way, grumbling. Alright, Kojin, it is your go.
Just gonna keep moving toward the gate.
Gotcha. Back to the thing. This is your last one, and you are out of the village of Vallaki, Lugosi.
Yep. Bookie, book.
Alright, Jabber, same with you.
Book it.
Got it. Next up is Victor. Missure Spifi, you start hearing a lot of clamoring next to the door. You hear 2 people talking, which sounds like the doorway that you barred with that small table. It is your go.
If I fly straight up, because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna fly up into the darkness and then fly out of town.
I'll let you do a stealth check to see if you can, like, hopefully not get spotted.
16.
Alright, nobody seems to look up as you go ahead and start to take flight going up. Guard kicks open the door, comes running in. The other ones are running after you guys. Niren, final thing, makes it out. I think somehow Dan Jackiels fell off of this, which is weird. What was your initiative?
I never rolled. Here. That's probably why.
Yeah, what is it?
12.
12? Perfect. Alright, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna keep running down the stairs and out the door.
Alright. You pass down and you are out the door. You see further along a set of 3 guards that are basically like hit the wall a couple 100 feet south, and they've stopped.
I'm just gonna yell, "Where's the beast?"
You hear other guards over by the area where you set up saying, "It's over here! Help! We're trying to track it."
And then I'm gonna run the other way.
Alright. Izek makes it downstairs and out. I'm guessing that you're gonna be running to catch up with your compatriots. Alright, Kojin, you're out. So I guess the only other person is Missure Spifi, which I would say stealth check, DC...
Jay, you should have gave me the coin so I could have gave it to Izek.
DC 8.
Oh, I have to roll a 1 on that to make an 8. Oh, there you go, 23.
You're good. You end up making it to the edge of the road, and that same grove of trees that you hid in before, you are now all reassembled.
Thank you, guys. Didn't think that was going to end well.
How the hell did you guys get out?
I distracted the guard.
It must be a motion, and then we ran.
Oh. Well, I saw your favorite friend in the house. Scary mother.
I do not have any friends in that house.
No. Well, we can catch up and talk logistics later, but we may owe some people.
Alright, if I go here for the village of Barovia, it is about 3 o'clock in the morning, and you guys are able to make it to about this bridge area. I need one person to roll me a 1d20.
Got it. 7.
The area seems surprisingly devoid of anything that's going on, and I figure that's where we'll end it, and then next thing we'll pick up, what does it look like everybody's trying to do? Because you got the Wizards of Wines, which is going to be, if you want to try to make it there throughout the night, 6.5 hours, so that'd be about 2 hours of walking.
And conveniently, it's over here by the wizards, or the cultists, or whatever they were.
Oh, the people that they need help getting the
because they need
crystal
the gem
from?
back, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Rudolf Van Richten.
Rudolf Van Richten, the famous vampire hunter.
Yes, we open. So, is it fair to say that on our walk, Spiffy and I explained the situation?
Yeah, absolutely. Gives you guys time to talk, because the irons that you got in the fire right now is you got the werewolves, which is Krezik up north, and then you have the Wizards of Wine, who help spring you, and then is there any other irons that are poking in the fires?
We failed at the one. Didn't the old lady want us to kill that guy, Isaac? Or was it okay that we just wound up killing the bear, or not the bear?
Adrian.
She wanted Izek dead, so that way he would no longer be a threat, and then she could take the Baron out or usurp the Baron. Like, Izek's still a threat. So that did not fulfill her.
Adrian, I brought you this. I got this. It's a gift since the one got taken.
And
I
then
hand you the whip.
you have a new thing. Quest, restoring hope to the lands by stopping the ritual at Yester Hill. You will gain a level if you do that.
That was one of the assignments that the Wizards of Winery, or Winer, whatever.
Yes, that is like their quest, is to stop, to get one of the gems. They just need one of the gems to continue making wine. They're magic gems. They were used a long time ago when this winery was first started. One was lost 10 years ago. Another one was stolen a little bit ago by a witch named Baba Lasaga, who is supposedly down here in the ruined town of Berez. This is also around by, what is this, Argenvostold? That is the area that you heard that it has restless dead.
So you guys want the witch or the druids? One of these druids, you said? I can't remember what you said before.
I think we could even call it getting back to the Wizards of Wine, so that way during the break you guys can adjust your adjust your equipment back. So you've got the 10 pounds of equipment that they were able to smuggle, plus anything that you left in the room is gonna be good.
They were able to smuggle my whip?
If you use that as part of your stuff, then yes.
Yeah.
I believe the whip's like 3 pounds, so you also had an additional 7 pounds worth of stuff that you could go with.
Thank him for the whip. I take it. I get almost ecstatic when I see that they have also brought mine. Sorry, nothing against your gift. This belonged to a friend.
It's okay.
He died defending these lands.
So, luckily for me, the
Sorry for your loss.
the
Don't worry,
Morning
he wouldn't
Star.
even born.
For you, your Morning Star?
The Morning Star and the shield together are 10 pounds. So that's what I guess I'd hope to get back.
Absolutely, you got it. And we're calling it 5 a.m. on day 5. As the sunlight comes up, you do see smoke coming from the village of Vallaki. It does look like they burnt that wicker effigy, but also that windmill has got a crazy amount of smoke going as well. It seems like they're cooking a lot.
Gross. Gotta take care of that.
Yummy.
I don't want any cookies.
I don't know about you, but it smells good.
So if we're doing it the next time, what all are you looking at doing so that way I can make sure that I'm read up and prepared on it? Because I see a couple ways. You can either go straight down to the druids, you can explore around, do whatever you want. The Wizards of Wine are just trying to get you to do what they need you to do.
Yeah, wasn't there a timetable on the one of those two though? Within the day, I thought.
Well, they said that the druids are performing a ritual. So, gamification, yes, there is a timer. Like, bad things are going to happen if you don't take care of it.
Yeah, I say we take care of one of these two next session for sure.
Just out of curiosity, we're gonna be able to take a long rest at some point.
If you want to do a long rest, it is going to go from 5 a.m. 8 hours from then.
So 1 p.m.
So yeah, it'll be 1 p.m. on day 5 if everybody wants to do their long rest and stuff like that. Is everybody good with that?
It's fine with me.
Right now I got 7 hit points.
Well, long rest will get you back up to full. So now we're doing day 5, 1 p.m. And everybody gets a long rest in. Everybody's good. Also, the village of Vallaki views you as being hostile. Probably will not allow you in there ever again.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you've got Strahd's dinner in 2 days. The invitation to Strahd's dinner in 2 days. Whether or not you go, that's up to you.
Well, maybe to save on time, we can hit the druids. Because otherwise we'd have to go all the way around.
Yeah, I say we go after the druids.
Yep.
Alright, so you guys are doing the druids down there. That'll be too easy.
Yeah, who knows? We might have time to do looking for a shortcut.
Wasn't there nearby where the druids? Wasn't there also the restless dead?
No, that was up here.
Ah, where's the druids at?
I'm going to be showing a lot of stuff to you guys, the stuff that already has been up.
The druids are just
the Restless Dead are there. That is the group of holy knights that took on Strahd and lost. Adrian would know, due to his familiarity with the lands, that there was once a silver dragon that occupied that area in human noble form, and the dragon's name was Argynvost, which is why it's called Argynvostold. There is Rictavio's wagon.
Hopefully he gets his tiger back.
Well, we'll see. I'll be making some checks for people who run the Blue Water Inn. Alright, if nobody else has anything, that's all I got for tonight. I'm perfectly happy to hang out with you guys.